Well, all good things must come to an end, and the end of the time of my renting diner has come. Again, we're with the owner of Bushey Brothers coming to pick up the machine. Now, you're checking as you're picking up the machine. What you're opening it up over here. What are you doing right now to check?
Yeah, just going through removing the head bolt so that this can fold down because that's the safest way to move it, and also just making sure that nothing's kind of worked itself loose in the month that it's been played and enjoyed.
And of course, it got the extension thanks to the snowstorm.
Absolutely, snowstorm bought you a couple extra days free of charge, and but just making sure that everything looks kosher, and it does. So it's time to start wrapping it up, taking it apart.
Now, a lot of people don't realize, they think of a pinball machine as nothing fancy, but if you look inside, it's board after board, wire after wire, electronics after all this electronics in addition to the artwork and such. There's a lot that goes to this stuff.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's why not just anyone can jump in and start doing this. You really need to have a background and an understanding of how pinball machines work, and it took me almost 10 years of repairing these things before I felt comfortable jumping into a business like this.
Now, Todd Tuckey, who's famous for his TNT Entertainment, said that when people buy a pinball machine, they usually beat it to death the first month. How much playtime do these monthly rentals get, and how much maintenance do you have to do in between?
That's a great question, and it really depends on the situation. Some people only play 25 to 50 games a month. And
that wasn't me.
That was absolutely not the case in this situation. I believe you guys played about 350 to 400 games on the machine, which is great. It's exactly what we look for. And then that works out to exactly what you would typically pay in an arcade at $1 a play now. So that's why this home model is really started to work for a lot of old school operators. But I have some customers, one particular customer who was unemployed through COVID, rented a machine. They put 1,500 games on in 1 month. Yes, and absolutely, that is 50 games a day, and it was just him and his wife. And they just played and played and played and played. So in an extreme situation like that, the entire game needs to be taken apart, gone through, clean, new rubbers, all that. Situation like this game is not due for it, as it just got one right before coming here. It will be somewhat taken down, the ramps will be taken off, it'll be cleaned, it'll be made sure that it's at tip-top operating shape. Flippers will be rebuilt, and then it'll be ready to go back out for the next.
About how long does it take you to rebuild the machine after a rental, would you say?
It depends. A situation like this, about an hour, but a situation where they spend 1,500 games worth of time, that's probably about 10 hours.
All right, well, I'm going to let you get to it. And one more time, if people want to rent a game, and I cannot state strongly enough that this is an excellent birthday or Christmas idea, although I imagine at Christmas you're really slammed. But if you're looking for a birthday gift or an anniversary gift for someone who's a pinball guy,
now
what do you do for like a? Now what do you do for an individual party? What's the price for something like that? I mean, it's the same $100 to get it there, I imagine.
The same $100 to get it there, and it's $125 per day per machine with a minimum of 2 machines. So honestly, I recommend that when people do parties, they do 3 or 4 machines because they become so popular. If there's just one, there's a line to play and it isn't that much fun. But if there's 3 or 4 machines, that's when people really have fun, really start to enjoy it. And
well, if you have $125 a machine, you might as well rent them for the month.
That's what I believe, and some people do choose to do that. But usually when I'm renting to parties, it's going to like halls and venues that they're only renting out for the afternoon.
All right, well, I'll let you get to it. Thank you again for the use. Well, I got to thank my sons for renting this machine, and thank you again for your time. And where they go to find it,
best
to rent
place
it?
to find me is on Facebook, Bushey Brothers Amusements.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.